Hey everyone, and welcome. So, have you ever wanted to talk about how long you did something in Japanese? Like how long you studied or watched a movie? Well, today we are going to break down a super simple but really powerful piece of grammar that's going to let you do just that. It's easier than you think. Let's jump right in. Just think about this question for a second. How long did you sleep last night? It's a super common thing to ask, right? Well, stick with me for just a few minutes and you're going to have the perfect tools to answer this naturally and confidently in Japanese. Okay, so let's get down to the absolute foundation. When you want to talk about an exact number of hours, Japanese has this really neat little counter that you're going to use. This is the main building block for everything else. And here it is. The magic word is jikan, which you say as jikan. Seriously, all you have to do is stick this onto the end of a number and poof, it turns that number into a duration of hours. So, ichi is 1, but ichi jikan becomes for 1 hour. Ni is 2, so nichikan is for 2 hours. Simple, right? This little guy is the key to unlocking this whole thing. So where do we actually put this new jikan phrase in a sentence? Well, here is your blueprint, your secret formula. You're going to start with your subject, marked by wa. Then you've got the object, which is marked by o. And this is our key part, the duration, our jikan phrase, comes right before the verb at the end. Getting this order down is absolutely crucial. Let's see it in the wild. Check out this sentence. Mary-san wa, sokore, Takeshi-san o, ichijikan machimashita. We can clearly see Mary as the subject, Takeshi is the object, and then, boom, there it is. Ichijikan machimashita. Waited for 1 hour. It just slots perfectly into that formula we just looked at. It's like a puzzle piece clicking right into place. Awesome. You've got the basic rule down. But let's be real, life isn't always so exact, is it? What if you want to say around 2 hours, or maybe 2.5 hours? Well, Japanese has some really elegant little words for this that will make you sound so much more natural. Let's check them out. First up, we've got gurai, or gudai. You just tack this little guy right on after your jikan phrase. It's such a fantastic word. It immediately makes your Japanese sound more flexible, changing something like exactly 3 hours into the much more common about 3 hours. And this slide just makes it crystal clear. Over on the left, sanjikan is super precise. Exactly 3 hours. Not a minute more, not a minute less. But look at the right. Just by adding gurai, we get sanjikan gurai, and the meaning instantly softens to around 3 hours. It's really that easy. And here it is in a full sentence. 私は昨日日本語を3時間ぐらい勉強しました. I studied Japanese for about 3 hours yesterday. You see how gurai just tucks in there right after sanjikan? The rest of the sentence doesn't change at all. So useful. Okay, our next super handy shortcut is this character, han, pronounced han. It just means half. So instead of saying 30 minutes, you can just add han right after the hour to say and a half. It's a game changer. For instance, yesterday, I slept for 7.5 hours. Instead of the kind of long shichijikan sanjipun, you can just say shichijikan han. It's shorter, it's faster, and it's what you'll hear all the time in casual conversation. Okay, so we've got the core rule, and we've got 2 awesome modifiers. Now, let's put it all together. We're going to take a full sentence and really break it down piece by piece so you can see how it all works in perfect harmony. We're going to look at this sentence again, because it's just a perfect example of everything we've talked about. I studied Japanese for about 3 hours yesterday. Now let's see exactly how this thing maps onto that formula we learned at the start. And here we go, the full breakdown. Remember that sentence structure from the beginning? It's all right here. Subject, watashi wa, object, nihongo o, and there's our special duration phrase, sanjikan gurai, followed by the verb, benkyou shimashita. See? It's just a clean, logical pattern that you can use over and over again. All right, enough of me talking. You've seen the rules, you've seen the examples. Now, the best way to really get this to stick is to try it for yourself. Let's do a couple of quick practice sentences together. You got this. Okay, here's your first challenge. I watched TV for 2 hours yesterday. Just think back to our structure. Subject, object, duration, verb. Go ahead and pause here if you need a second to think it through. No pressure. And there's the answer. Watashi wa kino, I, yesterday, telebi o, TV, and our key phrase, nijukan mimashita, watched for 2 hours. Awesome job if you got that right. Okay, let's try one more, but this time we'll add a little bit of that nuance we learned. He slept for about 8 hours last night. Remember that little word we used for about? Give it a shot. The answer is 彼は昨夜. He last night. 8時間ぐらい寝ました. Slept for about 8 hours. Notice how ぐらい just slips in there so nicely to give it that around feeling. Fantastic work! And there you have it. You now have the tools to talk about how long things take in Japanese. So the only real question left is, how are you going to use this? Maybe you'll tell a friend you studied for 2.5 hours, or that you waited for about an hour. You now have the grammar to do it. Have fun practicing, and thanks for hanging out with me.